You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside former Badger and Packer Gary Ellerson, here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
The best 60 minutes of your day. Today is the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour, with the announcement that the Milwaukee Brewers, to this point, are the most surprising team in the state's athletic team, sports team in the state of Wisconsin since I'm thinking maybe when the Badgers won the first, or got to the first Rose Bowl in 93 or whatever it was. 1-800-990-3776. Can't think of the Bucks ever being as surprising. Brewers, no, in 82, they were thought to be one of the best teams in baseball. And then 87, they were a surprise. They won the first 13 games, but then they lost like 10 in a row. And by this time of the year, they weren't that surprising. Packers, certainly never a year like this. Still don't know who's on the Brewers team. Most people don't. And they're doing it without Christian Yelich, who's been hurt for how many games now? The most surprising sports team in Wisconsin, again, I would say since Barry Alvarez took Brent Moss, Darrell Bevell, and that group to the Rose Bowl. No one saw that coming, and no one saw this coming. If you have another team, by all means, feel free to call and give it a shot. The Brewers into today's play are 19 games over 500. Someone can check to see what it was, what Vegas said for a number of wins for the Brewers. I think it was maybe 75, 77. Somebody can look on that. They're currently at 73. So it's not only that they're winning the division by 10, there also are 19 games above 500, even though they have lost the last two. I can't think of a team. But the Packers, the Bucks, not this level. For some, just as it hasn't happened. Nobody thought the Brewers were going to be this good. Either in terms of number of wins or being that far ahead of the division. As a follow-up to last night's show, because Brian Bulaga said that he would only think that field goal kicking in the NFL would be too easy if they made 60-yard field goals over 75% of the time. Until they're that good, field goal kicking is not too easy. I understand that not everybody is as far along as I am on this. The kicker for the Cowboys made his first 30 kicks, and in one game had a 59-yard and a 60-yard field goal. Come on. No, that's too easy. 30 in a row, which would be how many games? So you can. The standard is, him. When do you think it's too easy? He says 60-yard field goals at over 75%.
Can you hear me?
I say 60-yard field goals at over 10%. Right. It's too easy. Joining, since it is his program, the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. Gary Ellerson, you heard him on just a little before the end of KBN. Good evening.
Listen, you came out to my house today.
I did.
And we'll get to Brian Bulaga.
Well, no, I just want to know what yours is. His is crazy.
Yeah,
he's okay with 60-yard field goals at 70%.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, I did come out to your house to set it up so you could do the show. Did it not work?
Yeah.
It didn't work?
It says KTI access timed out.
Yeah, okay, then fine. Well, that doesn't mean anything. We'll just do it again. I'll come the first time we do it from your house.
How does it sound right now?
Sounds great. You're using the other system.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Timed out, you would just disconnect and try it again. Hit the disconnect. But it doesn't matter. There's no reason to do anything because it's perfect in the video. So I'll just have the first time we do it, I'll have to be there. I should have thought of that. But anyway,
you're fine.
All right,
you're good.
So, do you think field goal kickers?
I appreciate you.
Do you think field goal kickers are too good in the NFL?
Are they too good?
Yeah, I want the uprights closed in. They're too good.
What's the
they make
premises
90%. The guy from Baltimore, they make 90% of their field goals. And they're kicking, it's not like they're just kicking 30-yarders. They're kicking 50-yarders.
Who else is making 90%?
All of them, except for the study of this proves that Goody blew it last year by not getting rid of that kicker, given all the extra points and kicks he had made. There's no defense for what he did. I apologize.
Who'd you want to go get?
Anybody. You can't be that horrible and be kicking in the NFL when he missed all the extra points. There are 10 guys. I've had 10 guys. He was horrible.
They got 10 guys there now. And
I know, because they're not going to make the same mistake again. He misses as many as he did last year, he'd be gone.
Anders Carson will be your kicker.
He will start the kicker.
Guy.
He'll start the kicker. He isn't going to miss as many. Pebble, look up the number, how many kicks he missed last year, counting extra points. Please. He's not missing that many kicks this year. Guaranteed.
Well, that's why they stuck with him.
No, they stuck with him because they were wrong. There's no defense for sticking with that kicker.
Oh, no, I don't disagree with you, Homer. So you're not going to get an argument here. But they stuck with him because of the product that he give them this year.
Fine.
But to me, but I agree with you. They had a lot on the line. They're in the Super Bowl if they had a kicker.
I won't go that far. I don't blame it on just him. The point is, even if he didn't blow it, you can't keep a kicker who misses that many kicks, especially given how many were extra points, because that's like a gimme. That's like a 2-foot putt now in the NFL.
He missed 6 field goals and 5 extra points, so 11 total kicks.
11 kicks.
Yeah.
And the extra points are all inside. What's the extra point now? 32 yards? Isn't that what it is? The extra point is, I think, a 32-yard field goal. He missed
30 between 32 and 33.
Yeah, okay. And so he missed 6 of those.
Yeah.
And what were the yardage of the other ones he missed? You missed 6.
He was 4 of 8 on 40 to 49 and 3 of 5 on 50 plus.
50 plus, so that's 4, 6, and then he missed 5 extra points.
So what's your point here? What are we getting to?
The point was, I wanted to know what you think. Bulaga says that field goal kickers it isn't too easy unless they're making 60-yard field goals over 75% of the time. I say you shouldn't be making 60-yard field goals any of the time. 60-yard field goals, if they're better than 10%, it's too easy. So you move the uprights in close. What do you say is too easy when you have to move the uprights? What percent of 60-yard field goals? I'm at 10%. Bulaga's at 75%. What percent when the league's making 60-yard field goals at whatever you want, and then that means it's too easy, and they need to move the uprights closer together?
You know, it's a sad day in football when we got to talk about field goal kickers.
I know it is. Yeah, it's correct. It's too easy. That's right. You're right. You're correct. Yes.
It's a sad day when we got to spend 15 minutes on field goal kickers.
Right. That's right. That means field goal kicking is too important.
What's the percentage and this, that, and the other? Bring the field goal in, and this, that, and the other.
Yeah. It's too easy. You're right.
It's a sad day. It's a
correct.
sad day.
It is.
And then they moved them back. They moved them back because they want you to stay in the living room because they wanted to make it a play. And then now we changed the kickoff rule, which is another cluster F. they screwed that all up, and it's just leave it alone. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine where it is.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
Mark that as Gary Ellerson.
It's a play. It's a play. Leave it alone.
I look forward to the day when Gary changes his mind. He's not there yet. All right. So let's focus on football. Oh,
it's a play. Leave it alone.
Duly noted that you also said you won't change your mind.
Are you good with the new kickoff rules?
No, they're going to change that again too. Doesn't make any sense right now. I would tell everybody kick it in the end zone, give them the ball at the 30. They're getting it at the average of the 28. I don't have to worry about anybody. Don't have to do anything. I don't even just kick the damn ball in the end zone, take it to the 30. The league will change it so that if you kick it in the end zone, it'll go to the 35 and eventually go to the 40. They want to play. They want to have a kickoff, but one in which not as many people get hurt. So they've changed it, and they'll change it again. But you don't want to talk about that either.
And then after we get the safety in the end zone, that was all messed up. What is that?
Yeah.
You get no advantage.
Yeah. So, let's get to football. Let's get to Jordan Love. They asked you if you're worried about the Packers. Just tell them, Gary Ellerson, the preseason is a waste of time. It serves no purpose whatsoever, little purpose that we now know when teams start the regular season, they're not ready. So they just play crap for the first couple weeks. And fine, that their teams are not ready to start the regular season. You want to argue with that? Are teams ready to start the regular season? Yes or no?
Preseason is for players like myself who was drafted in the 7th round trying to make a squad. It's not for veteran players that have probably been in the league more than 6 years.
So it's JV. It's what it is.
You want to call it?
Well, that's what it is. I mean,
whatever you want to.
Okay, whatever you want to call it.
Bo Nix needed all the reps that he could get in Denver. I think maybe they've named him the starting quarterback.
I think they have. How many? He needed all the big snaps. He got almost nothing. They're playing 3 games. They played 3 preseason games. Look how many snaps that Bo Nix is playing for Denver. Whatever he needed, he ain't getting. He's getting nothing.
No, he got all the snaps in preseason.
He didn't. Let's look how many snaps he gets. They don't. Did Caleb Williams? Caleb Williams need all the snaps in preseason? All rookie quarterbacks do. They don't play him that much because they don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is guys who need the snaps. You ask me about who benefits from these snaps. Does a guy like Aaron Rodgers benefit from the snaps? No. Does a guy like Jordan Love benefit from the snaps even in his 2nd year starting? Yes.
He does? Well, they don't care. They're not playing him.
Well, because the times have changed. Because now in these joint practices, I'm sure Jordan Love is getting bulk of the snaps in the joint practices. And that's going to go down to what? We're going to have probably 2 preseason games here shortly because they're going to go to 18 games. The only way you're going to be able to get some work out of your frontline players is in joint practices. That's going to be the new theme all over the NFL.
I agree. And in the joint practices, you still can't touch the quarterback.
Correct.
All right, fine.
So what's your point?
They're not playing. They're not even into joint practices. They're not playing football.
Oh, stop.
What? What good does it do a quarterback when there's no pressure? Tell me that. I got to hear this. How would you be as a running back if they couldn't hit you?
That's pressure.
What?
There's pressure.
How would it have helped? Hold on, I got to hear this. How would have training camp helped you as a running back if they couldn't have touched you? How much?
Well, no, it's really about the timing and getting through the holes. Oh. That's what it's about.
It is.
There are often times where we didn't tackle every day. Now, I know I played back in the 40s, where we didn't have a helmet, but there is about timing of the plays where you get in and out of the holes. There is that.
No, but how about
assimilate that?
Fine, I can assimilate. How about in training camp if they never tackled you? Not once. They don't tackle a quarterback. Not once. How would you have been as a running back?
But he knows he knows then the timing of when he is about to get sacked.
Yes. And you knew the timing of you were about to get hit.
Yes.
Yeah. That got you ready for the season.
Yes.
They don't play football till the season. How ready can you get being a football player if you don't play football? I'll let you answer that next. Question, Homer for Gary Ellerson. How much preparation are you getting for playing football if you never play football? Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on 94.5 ESPN.
Lots of accidents out on the road right now. We've got one on 94 southbound, actually technically 4394 southbound on the ramp from eastbound 94 in the Marquettes off on the right shoulder. And then we've got one on 4394 southbound at Beecher. The left lane is blocked with that one. Northbound on 94 at the collector ramp just before the Mitchell interchange, we have the right lane blocked with another crash. Backups from before the airport spur. Another one on 894 eastbound on the ramp to get on to northbound 94 in the Mitchell. The right lane blocked with that one as well. And then we've also got 41 northbound. The Capitol Drive on-ramp is closed because of a crash there. So watch for big delays around those areas. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedules and ticket information at GreatLakesDragaway.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm and more humid, a high of 85. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I cannot imagine that there's any way that he missed the game because he's unhappy that the game was on turf. I think that's preposterous to me.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30.
I thought they looked great. I got to be honest, I think that's what I kind of expected from the Packers.
Presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Also sponsored by Construction Business Group and Island Resort and Casino.
Are you looking for a reliable ride? I've got you covered. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. I use AccuTrans Group for my private transportation needs during the college football season. AccuTrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, AccuTrans Group caters to every occasion. Booking is easy, safe, and dependable. Visit AccuTransGroup.com to get a quote or to book a reservation today for reliable and safe transportation.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Take me out to the ball game, roll out the barrel, and get up, get out of here, gone. There's nothing like Milwaukee baseball. The Brew Crew is back, and we're here to help you turn your tailgate or game viewing experience into a grand slam. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where since 1960 we have provided the best selection and the lowest prices. We stock literally thousands of varieties of beer, liquor, wine, and mixers. Over 15,000 actually, but who's counting? The point is, you want it, odds are we have it. Combine our incredible selection and everyday low prices with our 2 convenient locations, and you've got your one-stop shop for game day. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, only 10 minutes from AmFam Field, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
Discount Liquor.
The Gridiron Developmental Football League National Championship is coming. On Saturday, August 31st, the Racine Raiders take on the Upstate Predators from New York. Don't miss out on your chance to enjoy real football for an affordable family rate. Buy your tickets now at GridironBowl2024.com. It's Gridiron Bowl 15. Kickoff from historic Horlick Field in Racine happens at 7 p.m. on Saturday, August 31st. That's GridironBowl2024.com for ticket and event info.
You've paid too much for that nice ride. Why put it through a gas station car wash when you can treat it to Tsunami Express instead? At Tsunami Express Car Wash, you can expect nothing but the best with unlimited wash memberships, state-of-the-art wash technology, and powerful free vacuums. Tsunami Express is now open in Midtown Milwaukee at the intersection of Fond du Lac Avenue and Capitol Drive. Get a free car wash only at the Tsunami Express Midtown Milwaukee location August 21st through September 1st. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com.
This is the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are, but she wants a diamond. You know it, I know it, and I can help you out. Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too because they offer a huge collection of lab-grown diamonds and they sell them at crazy prices. They got it all figured out. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $8.95? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Just make sure you go there because they know. That'll end it. $8.95 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and Brookfield. Why overspend when you can save for the same diamond you're looking for? You'll get stuff that $8.95. Somebody else may try to get you $5,000 because they don't understand diamonds and lab-grown diamonds like Robert Hack Diamonds does. Robert Hack also offers repair services, cash for your old gold. They got my old gold. But remember, before you do anything, call Robert Hack Diamonds. RobertHackDiamonds.com for information. RobertHackDiamonds.com. And you'll like me more, too. Visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield. The NFL has changed now, and I guess for coaches, you're going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame after you're gone for 1 year, meaning that Bill Belichick will get in. And then in the discussion, they mentioned that Pete Carroll should get in.
Back up. When is this?
They just changed it. I think today they made the announcement. You used to have to wait 5 years. Now they're saying for a coach only 1 year. So.
Oh, for a coach, just for coaches, not for players.
Just for a coach, yeah.
Not for players.
Not for players. So that means he's going to. And then a discussion.
Why would they do
thought
that? That's stupid.
I don't know.
For players, there's obvious players that should be first ballot Hall of Fame. Like when they're done.
I guess they thought to make sure that players don't change their mind. Yeah, they're afraid people are going to change their mind.
Was obvious.
Yeah.
Okay, players. Okay.
But I mean, I would say the same even coaches. I don't know why you changed it. What's the rush? I'd say coaches, then make it 3 years. If a coach, I don't know how often. I mean, I would think a coach is more likely to come back and coach than a player. But either way, my point of it was also just to let people know of it. But they mentioned Pete Carroll, maybe then, and I thought, no, Mike Holmgren should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what the hell their problem is. He won a Super Bowl. He went to 2 Super Bowls, and he's gone to Super Bowls with 2 different teams. I think that alone, even if you don't win, could get you in. Mm-hmm. And they don't even mention him. And he was an assistant coach with San Francisco, and they won 2 Super Bowls. How the hell is he not in yet? What is going on?
Was he with Walsh? Was he with Walsh and Seifert?
No, he was with Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh for 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then won the Packers. Then they lost the next year to Denver. And then he went, and then got to the Super Bowl again with Seattle. Yeah, he's in. What the hell? Right. They're all messed up.
In. What are we waiting for?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You were going to tell me how these football players, are now ready for the regular season, even though they never play football.
That they are ready?
Yeah. I'm saying
they are. I never said they are ready, but they're all in the same boat, right?
Yes,
I mean, they're all doing the same thing. It's all a matter of, what you want to get out of the preseason. Now, if you look at Andy Reid and those guys over there, they play Mahomes and all them cats. He plays them the first 2 preseason games no matter what. And they get what? They play up until the half. Now, this last preseason game, they're not playing.
Right.
So everybody does it different. I think, but for the most part, most teams in the NFL, I would say 75% of the teams in the NFL don't play their frontline starters.
Yeah. And the football's worse when they start the regular season because of it. Right?
That's a good question. I think some teams I think it all depends on your development of your team and where they are in their development, whether they're worse or not. I think if you got a veteran team, you hit the ground running, you're fine. I think if you've got a younger team and you don't play them, I think you run into problems. To me, I think if you're the Green Bay Packers, you need to play those because you're probably the youngest team in the NFL. Those younger guys need to be getting more snaps in preseason or in joint practices.
And my assumption is they're scared the players getting hurt, and they'd rather have the players not hurt and take their chances with crappy football.
Correct.
For the first couple
because
weeks.
because the money is so great right now. Not like when I played. You're not going to risk a guy getting injured in the preseason, i.e. see Jordy Nelson. Was that Jordy Nelson preseason?
It was Jordy Nelson, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that preseason?
Yes, it was. He was like one play and he got hurt. Yeah, it's 2015, and they were never the same after it. Yeah.
Not doing that. Yeah, I don't. Matter of fact, everybody's right now up in arms about Aaron Rodgers not starting in preseason. I don't need to see Aaron Rodgers in preseason.
Oh, I agree with that totally.
Dude's 50. I don't need to see him.
And he will be bothered less. Now, again, he's got to figure out what his receiver, but he's going to be bothered less by not playing than others. Yeah, exactly. But so I don't know. I guess part of this was when people say, "How's the team?" The answer is nobody knows. Nobody knows. We'll know. How will you know how they're playing when you watch them in the first game? How well do you think they're going to play? Got no idea.
Yeah.
I wish we could ask the coaches or, somebody who was at every practice and whatever, what they actually thought about how they'll start the season. I mean, and plus, now that you're playing 17 games, the start of the season, I don't want to say it's less important, but the more games you play, the less important. Like the start of the baseball season isn't as important because they play a million games.
Right.
So,
what was the Tom Lasorda? What was the Tom Lasorda quote? You win 60.
Oh yes, it's what you do, 60? And then it's what you do in the other 42. That's correct. Everybody wins 60. Everybody loses 60. That's 120. Now, what the hell do you do in the other 42? Yeah, very good. That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm willing to listen to anything about what you're thinking about the team because I'm thinking nothing. And I'm thinking nothing. Nothing matters assuming, other than people being healthy, until they play their first game. Like
so
what?
You have no outlook or thoughts on this year's team.
No different than I did when they showed up. It's not changed at all. I like the team. I got them at, I want to bet big money on them to go over 9.5, and I'm picking 10-6, 11-5, or wait, 10-7, 11-6. I think they're good, and then we'll see what happens. But nothing has occurred in training camp to change my opinion on anything. Other than that, I believe the Packers, Goody realizes he screwed up on the kicking last year. While he's going to go with Anders, he's going to know a kicker or two that he can bring in immediately and be confident in if Anders screws up.
I just, and I've often talked about this, Homer. I just think Packer fans this year have to be careful and cautious I saw somewhere where someone said that that Jordan Love is going to be the MVP.
Yep, Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd said it. Yep, but that was under his list of weird things. That was his list of long shots.
Oh, that was weird. Okay,
well, I don't know what the word is.
That's, whatever it is, that is a long shot. Yeah. I think as fans, we got to be careful of those kinds of things. To me, the sample size of the last 9 to 10 games of Jordan Love in the Green Bay Packers does not make 16, 17 games. I need to see more.
I agree.
Does he deserve to be the highest paid guy in the league? I mean, fine.
No,
he got the money, sure.
I wouldn't have done it.
He got the money. I mean, fine.
Right.
But that doesn't make him, because he got that money, the best quarterback in the league. I still think the young man is learning. I still think there's a huge upside to him that we still haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think there's some downsides to him, what we have seen that he could revert back to this year.
But here's the question. We should do this. Percentage chance that the Packers finish 8-9. Percentage chance. I would say, the Discount Liquor Twitter poll question, Pebble, put that up. Percentage chance that the Packers will go 8-9. Percentage chance that they'll be 9-8. Percentage chance, just what, 8-9. I think.
No, I think you got to start.
I'd say 20%. 20% chance they'll be 8-9.
0%.
0%.
8-9.
All right, put that up. Percentage chance that the Packers go 8-9. Gary Ellerson says 0%. Homer says 20%. Who do you agree with? I mean, I know they're going to agree with you. That's fine. He played in the NFL, but
everything to do with it.
No, you said the key to this year, and I'm stealing it, is the correction to the correction.
Right.
Now, if they go 8-9, do I think it's a disaster to the future of the Packers? No. I mean, just have it down here. If Goody keeps drafting the way he's been drafting the last few years, they'll be fine. Because he's been on fire. Yeah. Maybe he's just been lucky the last couple of years. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what have you learned about this team? Because I say I've learned nothing. I feel exactly 100% the same as I did.
Preseason.
Yeah, it's a joke.
No, there isn't, because if you start looking at the defense, Homer, good question. If you start looking at the defense, I got nothing out of the defense.
I don't know.
New defense, right? Jeff Hafley, I have no idea. Now, I wasn't up at practices. That's why you should go to practice. I wasn't up at practice this week, but John Harbaugh said that defensive front was unbelievable.
The Packers.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, now because they're attacking. They're attacking more now, right?
Right.
Right.
Since they're stout up front. So they're good.
I feel
I haven't seen enough to make any kind of
right.
I just haven't seen enough to make any kind of judgment of the Packers defense.
I feel like, as we did this with Balag, I feel like we need to have a segment where people call in and ask you a question. Because if people don't care enough about the Packers to be curious to ask a former Packer a question about the Packers, then they don't really care. Like, I got all kinds of questions for you.
All right, so you open up the lines right now?
I want to, yeah. We're going to come back. I want to see if anybody calls. If they don't call in, then I feel like then that just tells me they're not in they're just
not concerned yet.
No, they don't think there's any benefit to the preseason either. But every day of the year, I would have a question for you as a Packer fan. Every day of the year. What was the difference between you and Walter Payton as a running back? What was the difference? What was it? What was it? You only get one. You got it top of the list, food chains. What was the difference between Gary Ellerson, who's a very good running back, outstanding college running back, played in the NFL for a few years, at the same time as Walter Payton was in his prime?
Well, let me put it. You want me to tell you?
No, we're going to. You're going to tell us when we come back. That's next, and it'll wait if somebody actually calls in and has a question. But I will say this: I do have a standard. People call in and ask a stupid question.
Oh, stop!
I'm going to say it's a stupid question.
Right.
But you still get a chance to say it. We don't judge them until they, we don't. I don't have Pebble say, ask what the question is if you don't think it's good. No, somebody calls in, they get to put the question out without being tested before they get on the air. 1-800-990-3776. By the way, Gary, last night my wife said I interrupted Bulaga way too often. She almost never listens to the show. So she's listened.
She's been like that with you for over 50 years.
Yeah, she's always told me I interrupt too much.
Yeah. She's been that. This not.
But first usually when she doesn't always say, when she says it, she's usually right. So, do I interrupt you too much? Does that bother you?
No. I know you.
So you put up with it.
Yeah, I know how to get back in.
All right. Okay. Next.
Okay, fine.
The Homer Hour is back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Eastbound 94, a new accident now at Hawley Road off on the left shoulder. So watch out for the delays coming in from 84th Street. Pretty heavy up to Hawley Road, but then it stays kind of heavy all the way through the stadium anyway. Eastbound 894 to northbound 94. We do still have an accident there with the right lane blocked. Eastbound 94 to southbound 4394 in the Marquette. We do have a crash there, and then another one on southbound 4394 at Beecher with the left shoulder blocked. Northbound on 94 heading into the Mitchell interchange still has that right lane blocked because of a crash there and delays all the way back to College Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by Johnson & Sons Paving. Follow the 3 R's of asphalt maintenance to avoid minor issues becoming huge headaches. Reseal, repair, and replace. Learn more at johnsonsonspaving.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 63. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm and humid, a high of 85. Weather's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman here for Carbless, my go-to drink this summer. Handcrafted right here in Wisconsin, Carbless is a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila cocktail. Perfect for hanging out on the patio by the grill, chilling on the lake, or tailgating at the Brewers game. Plus, it's got 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories. All summer, make sure you're following Carbless on Instagram at Drink Carbless for your chance to win a Summer Bliss prize package. Find Carbless online and at retailers near you. Carbless. Bliss is more.
The hottest deals of the summer are going on now, exclusively at the Kunis Auto Group's Dog Days of Summer sales event. Get sizzling savings on your next vehicle from the automotive pros at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealership. America's best-selling cars, trucks, and SUVs from both Buick and GMC, all marked down with incredible August Dog Days of Summer discounts and savings. We're also offering incredible Dog Days of Summer discounts on our entire inventory of select pre-owned vehicles. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles on lot and online. While online, check out dozens of August service specials on everything from brakes, tires to oil changes. Plus in August, simply stop in and register to win a $250 monthly cash prize. Plus chances to win a $10,000 monthly grand prize with absolutely no purchase necessary. All at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealerships in both Oak Creek and Greenfield. It's the Kunis Auto Group's August Dog Days of Summer sales event going on now. For additional event info, go to shopkunis.com.
Protect your new and existing surfaces in and around your home and businesses with one simple call to Showtime Floors. Hey, this is Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. Showtime Floors hooked me up with a sealer on my garage floor, and I absolutely love it. Showtime Floors products are antimicrobial and UV resistant, and you can find them at the baggage claim in Milwaukee's airport, plus a 15-year warranty. Schedule a free demo today at ShowtimeFloors.com and get 10% off your purchase by mentioning ESPN.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
I tell you how far away it is. American Place Casino just a half hour south of Franklin. American Place Casino, just a half hour south of Franklin. I can tell you other stuff, but it's not as important as knowing American Place Casino, just a half hour south of Franklin. It's located in Lake County, Illinois. They got great table games. They got great slot machines. They got a sports book. They got great food, North Shore steaks and seafood. They got bars and restaurants. You go to the latest promotions at AmericanPlaceCasino.com. Nice, but not as important as everybody together now. American Place Casino, just a half hour south of Franklin, located in Lake County, Illinois. The next edition of Behind the Bucks is here on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher. Bucks stars share their experiences from competing on the world's biggest stage, the Olympics, from battling against their Bucks teammates to teaming up with fierce rivals, all for the glory of a gold medal. Behind the Bucks offers unique access and deep storytelling for Bucks fans unlike ever before. Presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Find it on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get your podcast. The Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. And yeah, I know Larry in California, he cares about the Packers. He's got a question for Gary Ellerson. Larry, you're on 94.5 ESPN. Let her fly.
Okay, Gary, I like you so much. I think you bring sensibility to this show because you know exactly what's going on being the next player. And I really like your attitude and the way you express yourself as far as being a Packer, great.
You got a question, Larry, in California?
Well, that kind of is a question. It talks about, how Gary is very sensible about what you guys are talking about all the time. You don't think so?
I don't know, Gary. Are you a fan? Do you worry about being too much of a homer? How do you come up with your opinions? Are they determined at all in any degree by the fact that you played for the Green Bay Packers?
Homer, I'm not a homer. I tell the truth all the time. If you screw up, I say you screw up.
And that's what I like about you.
Okay.
If you're good, I say you're good.
Good. Hey, that's exactly it. That's
you aren't worried that players might get mad at you if you say they suck, or former Packers go, Gary, what the hell is your problem?
Listen, Larry, I was taught by the best man in the radio business not to worry about none of that kind of nonsense. His name is Steve the Homer True.
Things you teach and you never knew.
Okay.
Come on, Larry, ask him a question about this team. Ask him a question about a player on this team, something about this team that you're curious and you think he could give you an answer.
Well, I said to you that I like Christian a lot, and I think he's coming out this year. What?
Watson?
Yeah,
you like Christian Watson? Okay.
Yeah, Christian Watson. I like him a lot, and I think he's going to be the go-to man for Jordan when it comes to the passing game.
Whoa.
I really do.
Here we go. Great question.
Well,
you didn't know actually how to pose it. Will he be the go-to guy for Jordan Love this year? Yes or no, Larry?
Well, let me
Larry wants to know.
This.
I think, yeah.
Hold on.
I think,
ask Gary. That's the point of this segment. We don't care what you think, Larry. We want to find out what Gary thinks. I mean, we do care what you think a little
Gary.
bit. Gary,
come on. You
what do you say about Christian Watson? Yeah.
Well, I will say this, Larry. I think Christian Watson, talent-wise, is the best receiver on that team. He just got to stay healthy. There's nobody else can do what he can do, that do what he does. Nobody. Not Dontavian Wicks, not Dobbs. Watson is better than all them guys, but he's got to stay healthy.
How does he stay healthy? Or aren't some players just hurt?
Well, we don't know.
But so
we'll find out. We'll find out this year. And his problem is, Homer, is sprains and strains, right? He really hadn't Has he broken anything?
I don't think so.
Well, wait. Doesn't he kind of remind you of Randall Cobb? Does he remind you of Randall Cobb when he was playing with the Packers?
No, not at all. Not at all.
He's fast.
Because Cobb got hurt.
Yeah. No.
All right. Larry, thanks for the call.
He is more like, if I say a receiver,
Jennings?
he's more like a Javon Walker type.
Oh, okay. All right, Jeremy, you're on 94.5 ESPN. What do you got for Gary Ellerson?
I got a couple of questions. Love the show, Homer, by the way. 2 questions quick. Gary, how would you compare yourself? If you were playing in the NFL today, how would you do? I was just a kid when you were playing in the 80s, so I remember vaguely. Yeah. And then number 2, what do you think they should do with at running back, like let's say with A.J. Dillon, and I guess he's in the slot at the number 2 position, but I don't know. What do you think?
Good questions.
If I were in the league today, as far as running backs, they don't. All these guys are little. They don't. Well, A.J. Dillon is big, but I was a big back, and they don't. All these guys are little coming out of college, so the NFL totally has changed. But I was a wide receiver in high school, which everybody knows by now because I talk about my high school career almost every time I'm on the show. So I could catch the ball out of the backfield. That was an awesome story, by the way.
The story about recruiting you talked about the other day, that was an awesome story.
Yeah. Has anybody called you? Has anybody called you the traitor in the last week since the show? Somebody ran on the street and said, "Hey, traitor!"
He heard the show.
I know.
Homie, he heard the show.
I know. The story was great. You haven't had anybody call. You haven't had anybody call you traitor.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I thought I was going to get to school in trouble.
But yes, as good as you were as a wide receiver, you should have been better today than you were back then because of that skill.
Exactly. So I could catch
You'd have been drafted in maybe like the 3rd round because of your background as a running back and as a wide receiver. Yeah.
And a return man.
All right. Now we get to the question about Walter Payton.
What?
Well. What was the biggest difference between you and Walter Payton?
Well, let me give you the biggest difference. And thanks for your. Who's on right now?
That was Jeremy. He got them all on.
Thanks, Jeremy. All right. Let me give you my mom. You ready for this?
Ready.
My mom said, "When God made you as a football player, He sprinkled on you. When He made Bo Jackson, it was a hurricane."
She said that? Or did you add that second part? She said the second part?
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
When they made Bo Jackson, it was a hurricane.
We're going to take a break. Gary, I wish to inform you.
Does that make sense?
I just want to inform you. We will have another segment. You have zero chance of saying anything as good as what you just told us your mom said. You might be close, but you got no chance.
Okay.
4th quarter next.
All right.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel. Join myself and Stephen Watson every Tuesday night at 6 here on 94.5 ESPN for On the Tee, presented by Wisconsin Golf Trips. Each and every Tuesday, Stephen and I are going to give you the latest in Wisconsin golf, sprinkle in some of the latest in our own golf games, plus talk about professional golf. Get your golf fix each and every Tuesday night at 6 with On the Tee, presented by Wisconsin Golf Trips, right here on 94.5 ESPN, or listen back to the show with Wisconsin On Demand.
Hi, I'm David Gruber. When you've been seriously injured, you need the best team of professionals on your side. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices to get the results you deserve. One call, that's all.
There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. But she wants a diamond. You know it. I know it. And Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge collection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $8.95? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. $8.95 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Oh, baby! Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and in Brookfield. Why overspend when you can save at Robert Hack Diamonds for the same diamond you're looking for? Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it, and she'll think so too. Robert Hack also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. But remember, before you do anything, as I did, RobertHackDiamonds.com, and visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
This year, Dell Technologies' Back to School event is delivering impressive tech with an inspiring purpose. Learn how Dell is helping Computer Aid, whose work is helping solar community hubs with tech and AI literacy skills to empower remote, displaced, or disconnected communities around the world. Help Dell make a difference and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Are you looking for a reliable ride? I've got you covered. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. I use AccuTrans Group for my private transportation needs during the college football season. AccuTrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, AccuTrans Group caters to every occasion. Booking is easy, safe, and dependable. Visit AccuTransGroup.com to get a quote or to book a reservation today for reliable and safe transportation.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
We know that the people of Wisconsin are hard workers, that they're tough. But even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
If you knew what you know now, back then, would you still do the same thing?
I'll tell you how far away it is. Higher Love Cannabis Company. It is less than an hour from Green Bay, 2 hours and 18 minutes from downtown Milwaukee. Higher Love Cannabis Company, 7 stores located across the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, including just over the border in Menominee. That would be 19 seconds. Higher Love is the only UP cultivator offering organic, clean, green certified products. You can count on them to provide only the good stuff and none of the bad stuff. Nice to know, but not as important as Higher Love Cannabis Company. Less than an hour from Green Bay. Less than an hour from Green Bay. Higher Love Cannabis Company. 2 hours and 18 minutes from downtown Milwaukee. Gary Ellerson, we got a couple calls in. I would give our callers an A today. Good questions.
That was a couple of good questions.
Now, let me just emphasize, when you call in, we don't care what you think. We care that you're curious to know what Gary thinks. So there'll be other times that you call in just to say whatever you think. But the point is to ask a question, just like I did, to ask about Walter Payton. And you did not address Walter Payton, but your analogy to Bo Jackson, I think your mom would have probably said the exact same thing about Walter Payton. That's how I took it.
Correct. That's where I was going. Boy, you're smart. You're smart.
I am smart. Yes, the only athlete I ever hated was Lynn Dickey, who I got to know. He said to me once, "Never underestimate your ignorance." And I went home and told my wife, I hope they break both his legs, because I've been said a number of things, but no one has ever said that to me.
Never said
and no one has ever said it since. And he was, and I would consider myself a friend of Lynn Dickey. And I think if you asked him, I think he would say as well. So it was.
I think he'd say so too.
Whatever. I'm a huge Lynn Dickey fan, and his lack of respect the lack of respect that Forrest Gregg had for Lynn Dickey is a major reason why I believe that Forrest Gregg was just whatever you want to call it. But anyway.
Well, he's
all
dead.
right.
What?
Forrest Gregg is dead, but it hasn't changed my opinion.
We should do.
All right, but anyway, Josh Jacobs, what are you going to watch?
Yes.
I mean, what are you going to watch to say what you're going to like or not like? I don't really think anybody has really watched it.
I'm glad you asked me that question. That's a great question.
Because weird.
If you pin me down right now,
and
you love doing these types of questions,
I do.
If you say who's better, Josh Jacobs or Aaron Jones, I'm taking Aaron Jones over Josh Jacobs.
Does that mean not in the past? Starting today, you think this season that they would have had a better running back with Aaron Jones than Josh Jacobs this season? Or that would be my question.
My only question to that is, you feel like Aaron Jones is only going to play 12 games.
Yeah, maximum.
Out of 17.
He's going to get hurt. Yeah, that was the problem last year. The Green Bay Packers.
But I feel like, we'll see, but I feel like Aaron Jones is way more explosive.
Okay.
His cuts in and out of the hole are unbelievable. Now, to be fair, I haven't seen Josh Jacobs enough in this offense or in Vegas to give you my full, honest opinion of him. But he seems more like an in-between the tackles kind of a runner. But Aaron Jones, the way he sets up holes and gets in them and gets out of them is absolutely incredible. I mean, that's why A.J. Dillon is who A.J. Dillon is, because when you see him come in for Aaron Jones, you can see the difference. There's I love this Emmanuel Wilson kid. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, but I still don't see anybody that can do what Aaron Jones does.
All right, here's the question. Would you have given Aaron Jones one more year and have made the move to somebody like Jacobs, who clearly is the future? Would you have waited a year? And granted, he might not have been available. Who knows what would have been available in a year? Would you have given Aaron Jones one more year? All right.
Yes, no doubt. I don't even have to think about it. No doubt.
And risk the worry about him getting hurt. It was worth the gamble of him being hurt.
Yes, no doubt.
Because I think, I don't think this, I know this. They believed he had that incredible run at the end of the season, and that's the best he's ever going to be. Yes. And whatever he does after it, he'll never have a run like that. And so let's thank him and enjoyed it. But they believe Jacobs.
What do the Packers always do, right? They get out. Year before.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Homer.
It's tough when you believe in the guy. When you think that guy's good.
Yeah.
It had to be hard.
Thank you, Mr. Homer.
All right, next Friday, the possibility is pretty good that the show will be from Gary Ellerson's house, attempting to take advantage of new equipment. Well, I'm not saying for sure. There's a possibility. Nothing is good as what your mom said. Tell him what your mom said one more time. You got 20 seconds.
He says, Gary, when God made you, he had like a little sprinkle on you. But when he made Bo Jackson, it was a hurricane.
Next. Nothing can be better. That's what you must remember from this show.
Thanks, Mom.
Still dealing with an accident northbound on 94 heading into the Mitchell interchange. We got the two right lanes